We're back with In Depth tonight, an important milestone in the troubled history between China and Tibet. It was 50 years ago today, Tibet's failed uprising against Chinese rule forced the Dalai Lama, Tibet's spiritual and political leader, into exile. And in the years since, he's often spoken out, but seldom as sharply as he did today, accusing China of carrying out what he called a brutal crackdown on his people. Our own Ann Curry spoke with the Dalai Lama in exile in northern India.
In a rare, blistering attack from his residence in India, the Dalai Lama today accused China of killing hundreds of thousands of his people and of turning his Himalayan homeland into a hell on earth. Even today, he said, Tibetans in Tibet live in constant fear. Tibetans around the world poured their anger onto the streets. A year after fury at Chinese rule exploded and China cracked down hard inside Tibet. In a recent exclusive interview with NBC News, the Dalai Lama criticized China.
Unfortunately, the Chinese government is carried easiest sort of method: suppression, killing, torture, arrest.
Some have called this cultural genocide.
Yes,
Do you use that phrase?
Yes.
In the past weeks, China has clamped the Tibetan region in an iron grip, deploying thousands of additional troops, arresting monks, detaining journalists. The Dalai Lama, who is considered a living god by Tibetans, was enthroned at age 4 and has chosen a path of non-violence to pursue autonomy for Tibet rather than full independence. Now 74, he makes a painful admission.
I publicly accept failure of our approach. So,
You are publicly accepting
yes,
failure for the middle way approach.
That is concerned to fail.
But he says he's not giving up nonviolence, clinging to the message of compassion that made him a Nobel Peace Prize winner. These rare images inside Tibet show people who want to be able to practice Buddhism freely, worship the Dalai Lama, and control the flow of Han Chinese into Tibet. China says no and insists Tibet has prospered under Chinese communism. There, in recent days, Tibetans have been staging a silent protest against China, not eating Chinese food and refusing to speak Chinese.
We seem to be seeing the signs of a spread of political consciousness amongst ordinary Tibetans. That's a big change.
A change the Dalai Lama hopes will be big enough to bring about a negotiated peace with China, so this holy man, after 50 years, can at last return home. Ann Curry, NBC News, Dharamsala, India.